Point Sports and Entertainment. Back at y'all with another one. Um, Came to talk to the people for a little bit, man. Uh, Gonna give my thoughts on a couple of things. Please hit the like when you come in here. Make sure you uh, hit the like button and also hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. Share this video too as well. Also, hit them. Hit that subscribe button too, so that you'll officially be a part of Straight to the Point uh, Sports and Entertainment. I've been busy, y'all. I do apologize. Been real busy. Got a couple of things going. Hold on, bear with me. I thought I'd go ahead and cut the noise off and everything. I'll give a few seconds for some people to come up in here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get rocking and rolling. Um, uh, Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Hold on one second. Uh, like I said, I get some people to get up in here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Um, Wait for a few people to show up. I know it's pretty busy, pretty busy in the NBA. It's gonna be a busy next couple of days in the NBA. What's up, Sugar Mama? I see you in here. I see you in here. Hope you're doing all right, sweetie. Hope you're doing all right. Um, Everybody feeling okay? Hope everybody feeling all right. Please hit the like when y'all come in here, please. We're gonna talk a little bit of basketball this afternoon. If you do want to donate, yeah, donate to the Cash App. It's straight to the point 77, and also shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. Right now, we are talking hoops at this present moment. Um, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. Uh, I got a couple things that I gotta take care of, but let's just go ahead and jump right into it, okay? And when at the end of this video, then you could go ahead and you could rewind it back or whatever. But JJ Reddick receives a 4-year deal from the Lakers. As you know, he has been hired. He's been hired by the Los Angeles Lakers. Uh, this isn't really surprising. Um, I know some people, they saw the smoke screens in the beginning. They were seeing, that were, various people were being interviewed, including championship head coach from college, from the NCAA ranks, Dan Hurley. You also had James Borrego from former Charlotte Hornets head coach, and then you also had assistants that have been in the coaching ranks for quite some time, and Sam Cassell too as well. And that left with JJ Reddick, and JJ Reddick had been the favorite. Now the smokescreen is that you know a lot of the players weren't necessarily happy about JJ Reddick, and then also there were reports of JJ Reddick also uh, being being deemed as a guy that thinks he knows it all and everything. And also, they were also saying that there were reports of him saying that the Lakers didn't know what they were doing and everything. But through all of those smoke screens, JJ Reddick was still uh, able to be the lead candidate for the position, and also ultimately go ahead and be the guy in charge. Now, how is this going to play out? That's what we got to ask. We got to ask ourselves the question: how is this going to play out? A lot of people, surprisingly, that I've been talking to, they have been saying that they think that JJ Reddick is a good basketball mind. They think that JJ Reddick, although he doesn't have any coaching experience, they think that him being in the NBA can play in his favor. Uh, and while he does know X's and O's, a lot of people are really wondering how he's going to gel with the players in terms of the locker room. And that is that's a big thing. Is he going to be able to gel with the locker room? Is he going to be able to be cohesive with the locker room? Is he going to have a great relationship with these players? Because if he doesn't, it could ultimately be a disaster. Many people are seeing it as an accident waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I see it as an accident waiting to happen, and the reason is because I'm feeling like, okay, while I haven't really came out and defended JJ Reddick, I'm gonna say this, and it's not really a defense of him, but I'm gonna say this: you putting him in this position right here is gonna be likely unfair if if he is if he ends up failing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I'm not going to feel sorry. You know why? Because this is what this is what LeBron wanted. Okay, and most likely, what they're gonna do is they're gonna. I don't know for 100% sure if they're gonna draft Bronny. But that's what it's looking like, because I've been hearing other things. But it's also looking like it's looking like LeBron is he's going to go ahead and stay with the organization. Okay. Um, Me myself personally, I really don't. I don't see the Lakers going far with JJ Reddick. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really he doesn't have any credentials. We don't know what this guy can do now. To to his like I said, a slight defense again. Now we're gonna have to see if JJ Reddick is up to the task. If he's able to prove these people wrong. There's a lot of people that would be willing to take on this position for the simple fact they want to see if he's able to prove the critics wrong. And honestly, I want. Hey, look, if you can do it, prove me wrong, cause I don't see it happening. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see it happening. I mean, and it's not me doubting him because he doesn't necessarily. It's 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 not me doubting him because he doesn't necessarily know the game or anything like that. But it's just I'm looking at it from an experience standpoint. What's up, Jelly Bean? I see you in here, bro. Salute to you. I'm looking at it from an experience standpoint, and that's what we have to look at it as. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a guy that doesn't have any coaching experience. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Oh. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. What's up with it, Ted? What's up with it, Cottage? I see y'all in here. My bad. Um, but like I was saying, I don't think that this is while I don't think that this is a great coaching pickup. I really do feel like in this case right here, JJ Reddick has an opportunity to place his name in history, to be the first, to be a guy that has never had any type of experience to take this team. A lot of people are calling them contenders. Like, I don't believe that. Believe it or not, you have some people automatically calling, because of the basketball mind that JJ Reddick has, you have some people already calling the Lakers a contender. Now, I don't know what planet they coming from. I don't know if they watched the Wiz or the Wizard of Oz, you know what I'm saying, and seen them guys, you know what I'm saying, and they were, delusional, and they found out that who the wizard really was. I don't know if they watched Bruce Leroy's the Last Dragon, and found out who the master really was. You know what I'm saying? uh, I don't know if you know they had a really good uh a good bag of weed, you know what I'm saying? And they smoked it real good, you know what I'm saying, to the point where it made them not want to do anything and just eat and miss work for a long time. I don't know if they were sipping on some syrup and they just was out of their mind, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get the point what I'm saying. Some of them guys is really delusional to think that this guy is really gonna come in here and automatically just make them a championship ready team. Yeah, he has no coaching experience. I understand that, Cottage, and that's what I've been saying. But he has a chance to actually be the first. He got a chance to be the first in something. He could be, a coach to come in the very first year. I'm talking about with no experience, because Doc was able to come in the first year. You know what I'm saying, and you saw how that happened or whatever. Um, but depending on who his staff is, they could possibly do something. I always listen, man. One thing about me, while it doesn't look good from the outside looking in, I always try to bring some sort of optimism. I always try to say, okay, let's look at the bright side of some things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, it's a bad taste in Lakers Nation's mouth. Okay, maybe not for LeBron fans, but it's a bad taste in Lakers Nation's mouth. Okay, that's why I had some people that came on here. They were talking about they ain't gonna watch the game. They're not gonna do that. They're not. You still gonna watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all still. If he makes the playoffs, and let's say they have a good record. Let's say y'all had home court advantage. Oh, you're gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? And let's say he pulls off the unthinkable and he does what Darvin Ham did, and let's say he goes to the Western Conference Final. You're gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? And let's say he actually does the unthinkable and he goes to the finals. You're gonna watch it. But it's highly unlikely, just from looking at it from the outside looking in. I'm of the belief that by All-Star break, this is what I'm predicting, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it right now on June 20th. All right, I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now. Uh, this is what I'm predicting. JJ Reddy's gonna come in there. At first, they're singing "Kumbaya" and all this. You know what I'm saying? They cool and everybody's good and everything. And then next thing you know, they're gonna go in a slump. Then reports are gonna come out. Then there's gonna be a whole bunch of drama going on, talking about it might look good from the outside looking in, but then LeBron probably gonna have some problems with JJ Reddick and how he's running things or whatever. Next thing you know, they're losing or whatever. They're not doing it. A lot of people aren't liking it because they're not doing as well like they thought they would. And then Laker Nation is gonna be on them. They gonna probably be like, "Look, get rid of this guy." They're gonna look at the record. They're gonna be like, "There's no chance in hell that we're gonna win the championship." Blah 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 blah. You know how it is playing in LA. The media is gonna be all in it. It's gonna be a circus, a frenzy. Then on top of that, don't get me started with the LeBron thing. You know what I'm saying? If they have Bronny on the team, it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff that's gonna be taking place, man. And it's just gonna be an absolute circus in there. An absolute circus. And it's gonna be so much of a circus that they forgot the one thing that they were focused on, and that is to get a championship, which is supposed to be what the goal is. I mean, yeah, I look at it that way. I look at it that way. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll come on here and admit it, just like I was wrong that Freddie, yeah. I seen that. Yeah, I saw it, man. But the thing about it is you know, the thing about it is we have to understand that it's a lot of it's a lot of guys that have came into the league and have done, been the first to do something. Like Magic Johnson, he came in there, he won a championship his first year, won a championship his first season as a rookie. Did the unthinkable. He was blessed to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not look. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you trying to compare Magic to JJ Reddick or anything?" No, I'm comparing the situation. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a guy in Magic Johnson that didn't have any NBA experience and automatically came in there and won his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? That's why, Magic Johnson, you got to get. That's why some people at one point they considered Magic Johnson that he had GOAT status. There were a lot of people that had Magic Johnson up there as the GOAT at one point. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. You said JJ has to get it done. I agree with you. I agree. I agree. I agree. You said Magic Johnson won with Pat Riley as a coach. Yep. No. Yeah, he won with Pat Riley as a coach, but he won with Paul Westhead. The first season, he won with Paul Westhead as a coach, and then after that, Pat Riley had taken over. But he did win with Pat Riley though. But yeah, man, JJ Reddick, man, he's got a lot to prove. He got a lot on his plate right now. Uh, Listen, here's how JJ Reddick can actually win a lot of people over. For one, you're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to apologize. I know you somewhat gave an apology. It wasn't the apology that people were looking for, but you tried to backtrack on what you had said about the legends and about them being plumbers and cab drivers and firemen and all that other stuff. You're gonna have to, apologize to a lot of them Laker legends in there. You know what I'm saying? And the way that you can do that too is by curing it is by winning. Winning can cure everything, but you're gonna have to do everything that you can to coach your ass off. Right now, the pressure, believe it or not, the pressure ain't on LeBron. Yeah, especially since Jerry died. Believe it or not, the pressure ain't on LeBron and AD. I'm gonna be real with you. The pressure is on JJ, which really, LeBron probably wanted to take the pressure off of LeBron. It's like, you know how he is. If he lose, then guess what? Somebody else got to take the fall. Whether, 1 year, it'll be between uh, Frank Vogel being the fall guy, or a couple of other Kyle Kuzma being the fall guy. Then another year it'll be Russell Westbrook being the fall guy, or Frank Vogel. Well, I already said Vogel being the fall guy, or AD being the fall guy. You know what I'm saying? Then this year it was Darvin Ham and D'Lo being the fall guy, and this year it's gonna be JJ Reddick being the fall guy. Yeah, he gonna blame the janitor. He gonna blame the janitor. He gonna blame the cheerleader. He gonna blame all of them. Darvin Ham was fired for, yeah, man. And look, there's a lot of people that really didn't too much care for Darvin Ham. I like Darvin Ham as a coach, man. I think the guy, was he an excellent coach? No, but you got to think about, he learning in the head position. You know what I'm saying? You said JJ knows what he signed up for. So when LeBron turns on him, it's on him. Yeah, after a while, you ain't gonna see LeBron on set drinking wine no more. You ain't gonna see him drinking no Pinot Grigio. You ain't gonna see him drinking no damn Moscato. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see him on set no more. They ain't gonna do no mind the bullshit no more. They ain't gonna be doing none of that. you know that there ain't gonna be no more 5 minute handshakes and all that other stuff, man. Like I told you, man, he got it's like 20 different players. They got about they got like so many different handshakes for this dude. Yeah, it look good right now. Look, it looks good. It look real good right now. But then all of a sudden, man, hey, look, I'm gonna sit back. Now, if he proves me wrong, I'll come on here and I admit it. I'll come on. I'll come on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll come on here and I'll be like, hey, I was wrong, but I don't see that happening. What will the Lakers do this offseason? I don't know. I think we'll have to see, man. They don't really have that much to play with right now. The focus is trying to get. I guess from what everybody is looking at, is trying to get Bronny there, which I don't understand why. First, I understand that you want the guy to play with the dad and stuff like that, but I thought y'all was trying to win championship. At least AD is trying to win championship. And I know AD is boiling hot right now, because then there was some people that wanted Monty Williams there. You know, um, but everybody knows how I feel about JJ Reddick, man. There's no need in continuing talking about this situation. All we can do right now is just sit back, wait, see what happens, and watch everything unfold. Now, I want to get to this next topic right here. Now, uh, Shawn Kemp, aka the Rain Man, was on All the Smoke with Stacks and Matt Barnes, and he came out on record to say, the conversation was about whether or not he feels that he should be in the Hall of Fame, and Shawn Kemp pretty much, I mean, with no hesitation at all, basically stated that he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Okay. Um, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you something. If hold on one second, y'all. If T Mac is in the Hall of Fame, Shawn Kemp should be in the Hall of Fame. And let me explain to you why. I know some people think that that's crazy that I would make a statement like that, but I gotta be real, okay? Um, Shawn Kemp for a good 8 to 9 year stretch. I would say about because Shawn Kemp, he's a 6 time All Star. He was a 6 time. If I'm not mistaken, he was a 6 time All Star. Uh, Tracy McGrady was a 7 time All Star. The thing that separated them two, okay, yes, Shawn Kemp was the main player on the team, coupled with the fact that he did have a Gary Payton. Um, T Mac, I don't want to hear none of this stuff about, oh, he didn't have no help. He didn't have no help. No, T Mac had some decent squad, decent enough to make it out of the first round of the playoffs. I don't want to hear any of it. And on top of that, if you go back and you go look at his percentage, even for the era that he played in, he shot a very horrible percentage. He took a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? He took away from his teammates too as well. Even though he was leading the league in scoring and all that other stuff, um, you still got to call that out. Now with Shawn Kemp, the thing that separated him between him and T Mac, Shawn Kemp was able to get out of the first round at least 5 times in his career, and on top, including getting to the finals. T Mac did not make it to the finals until the 2012 2013 season when he was buried on the bench and barely even played and was at the tail end of his career. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but in Shawn Kemp's prime, he made it to the finals. He was going up against Michael Jordan, and on top of that, they actually were giving the Bulls somewhat of a problem. Now experience, they were kind of lacking in terms of in terms of facing the Bulls, but that's not the only thing that I'm putting up to the table. But I'm saying if you look at their careers, yes, he had one more All Star. When I talk about T Mac, T Mac had one more All Star game, one more All Star appearance, which was 7, than Shawn Kemp, and he never got out of the first round, with the exception of him being buried on the bench. Uh, you know, he wasn't on no all any type of all NBA defense or any of that other stuff. Shawn Kemp was being voted for a lot of that stuff. He was in the running for a lot of stuff. Even I think 1 or 2 seasons he was in the running for defensive player of the year. He was a tenacious rebounder. I'm gonna get to the athleticism in a sec, because that's pretty much the nail in the coffin. He was a tenacious rebounder. He could, every now and then step out, hit the jet. He could run in transition, um, run the floor or whatever. On top of that, he was entertaining. Okay, while we getting into uh, how he was dunking and everything, he was a ferocious dunker. He was coupled with power, finesse, all that at one time. You know what I'm saying? And he played the power forward position too as well. He was just raw talent. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna sit here and everybody, they're gonna put a guy like T Mac in there, which everybody does question T Mac's Hall of Fame. I don't want to hear it. They do question T Mac's Hall of Fame. You know, I think because they look at Shawn Kemp, the way that he ended his career, they'll be like automatically, nah, he's not a Hall of Famer. But Shawn Kemp is a Hall of Famer. When the Lakers, what's up with it, Angelo Bell? I see you in here, bro. You said when the Lakers start out 1-12, is going to lose his mind. Yeah, he's going to lose his mind. Yeah, everybody's going to lose, especially the hardcore Laker fans. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that we got to understand. Um, when it comes to Shawn Kemp, if you're gonna sit, if we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna talk about, T Mac, he's in the Hall of Fame and everything like that, and he wasn't as successful as Shawn Kemp, but Shawn Kemp was making it to the finals. He was amongst the leaders. Sometimes in rebounds every now and then. Not to say that he led the league in rebounding. At a couple of seasons, he was averaging like 2 blocks. Like I said, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. T Mac never won a champion. He never won a ring. He never won a ring. Now Shawn Kemp never won a ring, but he sure as hell got closer than T Mac in his prime. And like I said, throughout his prime, there were a couple of times where, they made the playoff, but it was unfortunately, um, they got out of there kind of quick. You know what I'm saying? But then there was some other times when they actually, he was getting out of the first round. You know what I'm saying? They were actually somewhat competitive. You know what I'm saying? Getting to, I think one time they made it. They made it to a couple of times. They made it to the conference finals, if I'm not mistaken, and then they made it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? So you said, yeah, and I remember T Mac played with with Rick Adelman as a coach. Yeah, man. So I mean, I think that I think that Shawn Kemp got a good point. He should be in the Hall of Fame, and it's like they're letting a lot of people in the Hall of Fame, and you look at like if you're gonna let I'll put you like this: if you're gonna let Dame in the top 75, like how you gonna put Dame in the top 75? Like now, I'm not comparing him to Shawn Kemp, but what I'm saying is he's in the top 75, and he hadn't been successful like that. He don't have no ring and everything like that. He was good scoring wise and all that other stuff, but you have to look at it from that standpoint. So if we're talking Hall of Fame, okay, Shawn Kemp, he was a pretty. You said Dame don't belong in the top 75. No, he doesn't, man. And I appreciate what Dame does. You know what I'm saying? He's a great talent and everything, but not if you consider other guys that got snubbed from the top 75. But yeah, I wanted to throw that in there on top of talking about JJ Reddick today. I know a lot of everybody else is talking about it. I mean, we've been talking about it. Everybody knew that JJ Reddick was going to be the coach. It's not really a surprise, man. So, um, y'all let me know what you think, man. I got to roll out, y'all. Your boy got to get something to eat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.